Well, good morning. It is September 16th, day 127 on the trail for me. I'm in my climb out of Damascus right now. Left not quite an hour ago. And so far it's been all right. Got some, I think I mentioned yesterday that there's going to be some weather coming through, and yeah, it's not looking good. Looks like we're going to have rain later today and then into tomorrow. And it was calling for about 1.25 inches in Damascus. So who knows what I'm going to get on the trail. We'll just have to deal with it. The plan for today is a little over 18 miles. Decent initial climb, and then it's mostly like little ups and downs along a ridge. And that's going to put me at, I think it's called Double Spring Shelter. I will cross the Virginia-Tennessee border in just a few miles. I think it's 3.5 miles from where my starting point was, wherever that was. So I'll probably hit that in about 1.5 hours. I don't know if there's going to be any decent views, and then of course with the weather, who knows what's going to happen. So we'll just take what we can get. Alrighty, well, as always, if I see anything interesting, I'll grab a picture or some video. But for now, here's what the trail looks like. Got just a little bit of a view here. Beyond the trees, you can see a couple of ridges out there. Not bad. This is the McQueen's Knob Shelter. It was built in 1934 and is no longer maintained. They say you should only use this in an emergency. Yeah, it looks kind of rough. But yeah, still interesting. Now, not much of a view here, but I can see out to the next hill, and there's some nice colors from the changes, and I can just see a little bit further out to a valley. Yeah, not a great view, but have to take what we can get. We're in the middle of a climb, and finally, a somewhat decent view. See a couple of ridge lines out there, and some peaks. All right, just a little bit away from the shelter. It's called the Double Springs Shelter. It is right up along the trail, which is always nice. Let's see what we got. All right. Cinder block. That's the first shelter I've seen on the trail with cinder blocks. All right. And it looks like there's the way to water. And right there's the trail leading out. All right, so I'm going to set up and relax. All right, well, it's getting close to 7 o'clock. I was able to pull a weather report. There's a little bit of a signal here, and it said that there was rain coming, and sure enough, it's been sprinkling for about the last 45 minutes. So I set up in the shelter, and I don't expect anybody else to be coming in tonight. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, though, if somebody does. It's a little chilly. It's down in the 50s, low 50s, and might get a little cooler. Plan for tomorrow is a little up in the air. What I was originally looking at has a longish water carry, but if I keep going, I get down to a lake, and there's notes that there's a good campsite down by the lake. I just have to see, it's that would put me at about a 20-mile day instead of a 16. So we'll have to see how I'm feeling. But today was, kind of cruisy, not too bad for the 18 miles. I felt pretty good. Could have gone further, but I didn't really see another good site to stop in the next few miles. And the next shelter was like 7.5. And I didn't feel like walking another, 3.5 hours. So I stayed here. Yeah. All right, so a big thank you to Chris Thompson, who is a leader in Troop 787 and generously donated to support my adventure. He's one of the leaders with the Blazing Aces, who I've mentioned earlier in a previous video, and he's very knowledgeable about Italian wines. I know that much. So I hope when I get back, maybe we can break open a bottle and tell some stories. Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you. And gosh, just a little over a month, I hope. I'm sort of hoping to be done mid-October, and right now today is the 16th. Yeah, so I'm hoping to be done in about a month. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, well, as always, if you stuck through to the end, I appreciate it. I'll see you again tomorrow on the trail.